people who truly celebrate you, they're coming in now. They're coming in, okay? No more pretending. No more fitting into spaces, where your light had to be dim. You had to shrink yourself just to bring yourself to that level, just to feel like you belong, okay? This next chapter is about authentic connection. Real love, okay? Real, soul family, you guys. Contracts, they're gonna bless you and not bind you. I feel like you've walked away from a lot of shit. Like people, job, expectations, identities that weren't even yours. And you've done it in a quiet way. You've done things behind closed doors. And I feel like you watched your old version of yourself leave tables where your spirit was just starving for something more. And you didn't even throw a fit. You're like, nah, just deuces. You chuck the deuces. You never begged to stay anywhere. Okay? You just walked. You just walked away like it was nothing. With your head held high, not low. Some situations, maybe your head was a little low because you're like, because you're like, I wonder. But then you're like, I gotta go. In those moments where you walked out with your head low, your soul was high. Ooh, I like that. Your soul was high in those moments, okay? And that was super sacred of you. That was your ascension in motion. And now it's time to really, now it's time to really receive what's meant for the version of you who no longer settles. There's definitely a shift that's happening in your finances too. I have to say that. But this ain't about hustle. This is about alignment with where you're at, okay? And I feel as if you're placing yourself into a specific position where your gifts are going to be improvised, and you might even monetize your gifts. Whatever you're gifted and talented and skilled at, that's where you're going to make some dough. It's going to be out the blue and you won't even know. You're just doing it because you like to do it, okay? You're being placed into a specific position right now, okay? You're not chasing the bag anymore. You're really not. At this point in time, consider it like you're attracting your worth. You're definitely attracting your worth, okay? And when this shit comes, it's gonna give you a whole lot of peace. It's gonna give you a peace of mind. You're gonna feel calm. You're gonna feel like, okay, I got the structure, I got everything I need. I feel good. You're not gonna doubt any moves that you make. You're not gonna stress. You're not gonna burn out from doing this shit. You're not gonna have any fear. Everything's just gonna flow for you. And some of you guys are about to sign some new contracts. Some of you guys closed out old contracts. You didn't even have to think about it. Yeah, you might have sat on it for a moment, but then you're like, no, I don't feel this. I don't feel right in my spirit to be doing this anymore. And just finally one day you just cut shit off. You resign from people, places, and things. However that looks for you. You're like, you know what? And you do it quietly, without announcing it, without saying why you did it. You're just doing it because it don't feel right. It's just not in your soul to do it. You're like, I've tried, and I'm not even going to try anymore, because why do I have to try to do something? That means you're not really into it. You want to just do it and it be it. So some of you guys are about to sign some contracts legal. Some of you guys, even some new spiritual contracts are coming through. Okay. But here's the deal. Read everything with your third eye first. Don't let desperation just rob you of discernment. If it doesn't feel aligned, it's not for you. But if it clicks, if your spirit's like, yeah, what's up? Let me get some of that. And your heart really opens, that's the one. That's the one. And that's the one. That is the one, honey, okay? And don't second guess what's meant for you because of what you've been through or what you did in your past. Like, don't let that determine your decision anymore. Okay? There's like a divine invitation that's being offered to you right now, okay? And you have to look at this as, I would say, possibly a chance for you to step into your spiritual authority during this time, okay? Now, this is where you're going to reconnect with your higher self. Remember, like I've been telling y'all, the breadcrumbs, you've been following your breadcrumbs of your higher self, assisting you with the next moves that you're making in these chapters and these pages, creating this new book for yourself, okay? And you can't hear the divine guidance when you're drowning in distractions. So I feel like you're even removing certain things that were distracting you from whatever your purpose is. And that's major. And distractions are hard to remove. Sometimes you don't even know something has been a distraction. You've been able to notice what was distracting you or what you were involving yourself in that was keeping you busy versus productive. It was like a filler. Come back to yourself. Sit in silence. You know? I'm still speaking right now. Okay. You are not who you were last year. Go ahead and rewind it. Go look at who you were last year. You are not the same person. The pain, the betrayal, the burnout. It wasn't the end of you. That was just the beginning. That was making room for what was for you. You're not buried. You were being reborn. Let me tell. Can I get that mental fog that you've been in, it's lifting now, okay? That tightness in your chest that you were feeling, it was releasing because you're being realigned to what is for you. And nothing can stop that shit. Nothing can stop it. Not even you. Not even you. Okay? Like, it's like your higher self is telling you, like, I've already made the way. All I need is your yes. It's like whispering that to you. This is your season. Even to restore yourself in a spiritual way. You know, I feel like the divine is really calling you to also rest in knowing that what's yours is not going to miss you. That's been like a major sign, okay? That's even in the stillness. Like, you're still safe. Like, when you're not doing shit. Even when you're waiting for shit. Like, straight up. I feel like even when you're waiting for shit, it's like everything's still being provided for you or to you. You know, even in the silence, you're going to be heard. This is not a loss, you guys. It's a reset. And, you know, let me tell you, this is not the end. I felt like you kept telling yourself, man, it's over, it's whatever, life is whatever. You know, this is what's going to happen to me. It's whatever, I'm over it. No. That wasn't it. Okay? So breathe. Breathe it out. Like, you didn't think certain things were going to happen to you in your life. Like, for example, if you were married, you know what I'm saying? Or if you're in a long-term relationship. Or if you had a job for like 10 years or 20 years, you know. All that shit just gone, or where you used to live, or the car you used to have, or the friends that you used to have. Like, you thought they were going to be there forever, all those people, places, and things. And they're not. Remember, whatever you're trying to manifest, like, the universe is making room for it. You didn't have any space before. You had no room for it. It was just making room for the things that you wanted, for the things that you desired. Pretty much. So this next chapter, okay, it's not about what you do, okay? It's about who you become while you're loving yourself the way that you always knew that you could love yourself. And in turn, everything else is going to unfold